Hello there, grade 8 students. Here is another episode of English Class with Sir Alzol. And now we are going to discuss context clues. To begin with, let's just have a short revisit of our previous lesson. So we had a play on Kahoot, and we were able to use context clues to connect the word with the meanings. Also, you were able to identify the context clues present in the activity. So you were able to use your own vocabulary knowledge. You also used related words through synonyms and antonyms present in the game. You also used pictures, analyzed situation or context within the statements, and lastly, you use your lexical knowledge on affixes and root words to better define the meaning of words. And after the activity, you also understood that context clues embedded in the sentence or text help you in comprehending the meaning that it expresses. So, context clues are words associated to get the meaning of the unfamiliar text or the whole statement. So your prior knowledge also helps you in decoding the meaning of texts. Context clue doesn't only define or help you define an unfamiliar word, but it also helps you better understand the text that you are reading. In journeying through this lesson, you are expected to identify different types of context clues and use them in determining the meaning of words and or expressions. So our goal for this session is for us to understand the different types of context clues and identify these types as we go to the activities later on. Now, let's get to know more about the types of context clues. Context clues are important words or phrases in a sentence that help in identifying the meaning of difficult words or items in a sentence. So simply, they provide further information about a word or phrase that aid the reader to understand its meaning. Context refers to the parts of a piece of writing that precede or follow a word. It contributes to better comprehend meaning of the text. So the first context clue or type of context clue is synonyms or restatement clue. So it is a type of context clue that uses the synonyms of words to provide the meaning of an unfamiliar word or words. I have here an example. The first one is Rena shouts continuously or all the time, and it makes me uncomfortable. We will notice the word or that comes after the unfamiliar word continuously. Or signals option. So therefore, if we are going to analyze the statement, continuously and all the time share the same meaning, or they are synonymous. Next, the director felt remorse or shame for hiring some incompetent employees. Again, we see the word or, which signals synonymous term. Therefore, we can say that remorse and shame share the same meaning or they are synonymous. The second type of context clue is antonym or contrast clue. This one is the opposite of the synonyms because it is a type of context clue that tells the opposite meaning of the difficult words. So it shows contrasts. For example, Jonathan is gregarious unlike his shy brother. Gregarious is the difficult word. The word unlike comes after the difficult word gregarious. Unlike signals contrast of the word gregarious. So therefore, we can say that gregarious is the opposite of the word shy. And through that, we can infer the meaning of the word gregarious. Second, the feral cat would scratch the wall, unlike the friendly cat. Again, we see the word unlike, and unlike signals contrast. We can say that friendly is the opposite term for feral, and from that, we can define the meaning of feral. Next, we have comparison or sameness clue. It is a type of context clue that presents the similarities in meaning or contexts. Words used are like, as, similar to, in the same way, likewise, resembling to, and also. So the example sentences are I love the palate of pasta, like my brother who loves the taste of pancit. The word like signals sameness or comparison between the two phrases, palate of pasta and taste of pancit. So therefore, we can deduce that palate is the same with taste. For the second example, the sentence is John is fond of mountain escapade. The same way with Patrick who goes on a beach adventure. So the unfamiliar word is escapade. And we can see the word same way, which signals similarity or sameness when it comes to its form. Mountain escapade and beach adventure. Therefore, we can deduce that escapade and adventure share the same meaning. Fourth type of context clue is definition or statement clue. So here, in this type of context clue, it provides direct statement or meaning of the unfamiliar words. For example, here, ossicles are the three small bones in the middle ear. In this sentence, the word ossicles was clearly defined or explicitly defined that they are the three small bones in the middle ear. Second example, her voice is inaudible. No one could hear it. In this sentence, the word inaudible was explicitly defined as through the phrase, no one could hear it. Definition or statement clue oftenly seen in medical essays or medical paper, which explicitly define difficult or technical terms in the paper or in the write-up. The fifth one, explanation or example clue. It is a type of context clue that provides readers with varying examples to allow them fully examine the unfamiliar words. Words like including, such as, and for example, point out example clues. Here are some sentences for you to work on. Mammals, including elephants, horses, and carabaos, are helpful animals. Mammals is our unfamiliar word. And through the examples given in the sentence, elephants, horses, carabaos, that farm animals are mammals. Or we can define that the characteristic of these animals is the same way with mammals. Second example, as a country in the Pacific Ring of Fire, the Philippines always experiences different natural catastrophe, such as typhoons, earthquakes, and tsunamis. The word such as signals example or explanation. Therefore, we can say that catastrophe means disasters or calamities such as typhoons, earthquakes, and tsunamis. Sixth, cause effect or reason result clue. It is a type of context clue that explains the reason and the result of an event or action. Words like because, since, therefore, thus, so may signal context clues. For example, the government has implemented the community quarantine because experts want to stop or slow down increase in the number of COVID-19 cases. The word quarantine was the undefined term. And through the cause effect or reason result clue, we can define that quarantine is a health protocol that experts do to slow down the increase in the COVID 19 cases. And last one, inference or general text clue. It is a type of context clue that provides the meaning of unfamiliar words that can be inferred or guessed from the description of the situation. The author provides non-specific clues, often spread over the sentence or number of sentences. For example, I wish I had earplugs to avoid monkeys' vociferous noise. In this sentence, we can say that vociferous means loud because of the use of earplugs. This is the meaning that we could infer from the situation in this sentence. Next, the criminal's belligerence led to the death of four innocent children. In this sentence, we can say that belligerence means violence because we could infer that the situation expresses violence because of the death of four innocent children. Alright, that is enough for now. Let's just have a short revisit of these types of context clues. The first one is synonyms or restatement clue. Second, antonym or contrast clue. Third, comparison or sameness clue. Fourth, definition or statement clue. Fifth, explanation or example clue. Sixth, cause effect or reason result clue. Seventh, inference or general text clue. So now we learned all the 7 types of context clue, and we hope that you could apply that as you read in different types of texts. That is enough for today. Let us see each other on our next videos. Goodbye.